episode of Maximilian Must Know. Got a scent safari episode for you guys today from a newer house out there called the Room 1015. Now, for those of you who don't know how scent safari works, basically I reach out to a indie or niche house that is either newer on the scene or one that I don't have much information about, and I ask them to send me some samples, and then when I get them, I smell them for the first time on camera with you guys. What I'll do is I'll either put them on myself or on paper, and I'll a couple hours prior to the episode and smell how they evolve, and then even a few hours before or a few minutes before we film, I'll respray the strips or my skin so I can get a better feel of the different stages of the fragrance. Now, before we dive into the three that Room 1015 has debuted with, and the three that they sent me, let me give you a little bit of background on this house. This is a new house started by a gentleman named Michael Partouche. I'm very sorry if I messed the pronunciation up, but this guy was basically an inventor of lotions and potions, and he always had armies of pillboxes, and he kind of wanted to get out of the sort of old school affiliation that pharmacies and apothecaries can have, and he got into psychedelic rock and guitar, and he moved to London and really dove first into music. And then when he got back home to France, he wanted to unite rock with the chemist gig, and he started messing around and making fragrances, and he chose two perfumers to sort of put his vision to life, and that has resulted in their first three fragrances, and we're going to talk about those three fragrances now. Where can you get these if you're interested? Well, two sites that I know that sells them are Twisted Lily in New York and Lucky Scent online, Scent Bar LA. Both have the three Room 1015 scents available. They're all 100 ml, and I think they all run $130. Now, the first one we're going to talk about is called Atramento. And the vibe or the idea behind this one was sort of the vibes you might get in a tattoo parlor. The ink, the hot machines, the warm skin, and just all the notes that you might sort of encounter at a tattoo parlor. And the notes on this one are bergamot, black pepper, cistus, cardamom, saffron, resins, and castoreum. And I really enjoy this one. You know, Sartorial by Penhaligon's is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. Many people who watch my channel know that. I think Bertrand Duchau 4 did an excellent job sort of conveying what a tailor workshop might smell like, and I think that this is sort of a rock and roll version of that fragrance, and sort of giving you a glimpse into what a tattoo shop might smell like. I get the warm ink, I get the hot metal, I get the sweetness of the air with some smoke or resin. It smells like what I would imagine an old school tattoo parlor would smell like. I have a tattoo, I'm gonna be getting more, and so I know I've been in my fair share of tattoo parlors. I think this is an original scent. I think it's a brilliant take on fragrance. And one of the perfumers on this one, I believe her name is Emile Bourget, also did a fragrance for Jovoy called Les Jeux Sont Faits, which was inspired by a French gambling den, and so it's really good at mood scents, and this is really original. I love this, and you folks out there really should go get your nose on this, especially likers of Sartorial. So really great first impression from this guy, Atramento. Now, the second one is called Blomma Cult, Blomma Cult. And the notes on this are violet, cinnamon, cashmere, patchouli, and musk. And to me, this one is very floral. For me, I get vanilla. It's very powdery for me. That cinnamon is there. I think this would appeal to those who like Bois d'Argent by Christian Dior or Bois d'Iris by Van Cleef and Arpels. There's, for me, a heliotrope vibe here. I like this one, but I feel like I've smelled enough of these sort of scents to not be really excited by this type of scent. or feel that I need it in my collection, but I think on a technical level, it's a very well done fragrance. For me, I just kind of feel like I've been there and done that with this type of fragrance. So the third one and final one we're going to talk about today, guys, is called Electric Wood. Now, obviously, this is a nod to the energy and the of the electric guitar. And the notes on this one are ambroxan, cedar, oak wood, iris, and nutmeg. And this one's really cool. For me, it's heavy on the woods, which you would think an electric guitar inspired scent would be. Oak, cedar, I get some iris and vanilla in this one. It's a really woody scent. If you like woody scents, I would think you would enjoy this one. And I really enjoy or appreciate the guitar inspiration for this one. There are some woodsy scents out there I personally like better. Tam Dao by Diptyque, of course the epic Richwood by Xerjoff, but this one is really nice. And you know what, actually, the more that I smell this, I feel like I pick up some ambrette seeds in this one. It reminds me of a fragrance called Peruvian Ambrette from the Xenia Essenza line. But this is a really nice, tight composition. Everything really comes together and holds well here. Again, if you like woody scents, definitely check out Electric Wood. So out of the three, guys, obviously, I'm most impressed by Atramental, and I would definitely consider buying that one. It is on my to purchase list, and I like this house. You know, I think it's a really good thing to see people, different people be in the fragrance world, and I love how you just have all kinds of creative people out there, from photographers to poets to rock musicians, and I think they all can bring different experiences and different takes on smell to the table. And I think this is an area that's never been touched before, the sort of rock and roll side of fragrance. And I think it's a really fun first look from this house, and I think the house is in really good hands with the owner and the people who he chose to go with these first three fragrances. And I think that the direction is there, the creative direction is there, and I think there's something that this house wants to say. And I think that's really important. Too often houses just come out with fragrances to come out with fragrances, and I think you have to know why you're making fragrances. And I think Room 1015 definitely knows why they're making fragrances, and I think so far they're doing a good job at it. So I would definitely recommend checking this house out. Again, Twisted Lily, Lucky Scent, you can check it out there. And if you have any questions on this that I can try to help you with, I'd be more than happy to. Shoot me an email, leave a comment, guys. You know what it is. My name is Maximilian, my bad. I'll see you later this week with more videos.